When Earth stood defiant. Part 1, First Contact. Ambassador Thelkar of the Galactic Council had conquered 17 worlds. Not through violence, the Council prided itself on being civilized, but through overwhelming demonstrations of superiority. Show the primitives their place in the cosmic order, and they always submitted. Always. Until Earth. The demonstration had been textbook perfect. A single council warship, the Infinite Majesty, had appeared over Earth's largest city. Thelkar had broadcast on all frequencies, in all their primitive languages, a simple message: submit to the Galactic Council. Resistance is futile. You have 24 standard hours. To emphasize the point, they'd vaporized an uninhabited island in the Pacific Ocean. The energy discharge was visible from space. The message was clear: we can erase you. 17 previous species had surrendered within 12 hours. The humans took exactly 30 minutes to respond. No, came the reply. Just that. One word. In English, Mandarin, Spanish, Arabic, and 50 other languages simultaneously. No. Thelkar's sensory stalks twitched in confusion. Perhaps they misunderstood, he said to his tactical officer. Transmit the standard clarification. Explain what submission entails. Show them the footage of Krelax joining the council. Make them understand this is inevitable. The second transmission took 3 hours to compile. It showed how the Krelax species had prospered under council guidance, their technology advancing, their people fed, their world at peace. It showed the futility of resistance, atomic weapons, chemical warfare, biological agents, all rendered useless against council shields. It was, Thelkar thought, quite compassionate really. The human response came in 2 hours. We understand perfectly. And our answer is still no. If you want Earth, come and take it. Part 2, the siege begins. Thelkar reported back to the council. The humans are irrational, he explained. They know they cannot win, yet they refuse to yield. I recommend a limited strike. Destroy one of their cities. They will understand then. The council deliberated for exactly 4 minutes before approving the action. The Infinite Majesty positioned itself over Geneva. Thelkar gave them one final warning. The humans did not respond. The beam charged. Energy readings that could shatter a continent focused into a single point above the city. Geneva's population had been evacuated, but the symbolism would be clear: their centers of diplomacy, of cooperation, meant nothing. The beam fired. And was deflected. Not by shields, the humans had no shield technology. They'd positioned every satellite they had, every piece of orbital debris, every scrap of metal they could launch in the beam's path. It was suicide. The objects vaporized instantly. But in that microsecond of vaporization, the beam dispersed. Scattered. Diffused across the atmosphere. Geneva survived. Impossible, breathed Thelkar's tactical officer. They sacrificed their entire orbital infrastructure. Launch fighters, Thelkar ordered. If they want war, we'll give them war. What followed was the strangest battle in council history. The humans had no energy shields. No plasma weapons. No graviton bombs. Their ships still used chemical rockets, for creator's sake. Their weapons were kinetic, missiles and bullets and rail guns that should have been museum pieces. And yet, council fighters were faster, more maneuverable, better armed. In any logical engagement, they should have won 100 to 1. But the humans didn't fight logically. They rammed. When their missiles ran out, they rammed. When their guns jammed, they rammed. Pilots ejected at the last second, sometimes. Often they didn't bother. Commander Zixala, leading the fighter wing, sent an incredulous report: they're not trying to win. They're trying to make victory cost us everything. Part 3, the cost. 3 weeks into the siege, Thelkar had lost 12 fighters, 2 frigates, and suffered damage to the Infinite Majesty itself. Not catastrophic damage. Not even significant, by Council standards. But damage nonetheless. The humans, meanwhile, had lost hundreds of aircraft. Thousands of soldiers. But they kept coming. Worse, they were learning. Their weapons were improving. They'd reverse-engineered a crashed Council fighter in 4 days. 4 days. What should have taken decades? More disturbing, they'd started using psychological warfare. Every broadcast from Earth showed humans. Humans fighting. Humans dying. And humans smiling. Children painting pictures of Council ships exploding. Elderly survivors of bombings being interviewed. Did we ever think we'd surrender? Not for a second. The Council intercepted human military communications. One exchange haunted Thelkar. Command, this is Delta 7. We're out of missiles. Out of bullets. Ships damaged. Engines failing. Delta 7, return to base. Negative, Command. Council cruiser at coordinates 34.7 to 12.3. I can reach it. Delta 7, you'll be flying directly into their point defense grid. I know. Tell my kids I love them. Delta 7 out. 10 seconds later, a small human fighter crashed into a Council cruiser's engine port. Both exploded. Part 4, the Council convenes. After 6 weeks, the Council recalled Thelkar for a status report. Conquer Earth, they ordered. Use whatever force necessary. Thelkar's throat sacs contracted. Honored Council, I must inform you, this is unprecedented. We've lost more ships here than in our last 3 campaigns combined. The humans refuse to surrender. Then exterminate them, said Councillor Vexta coldly. We cannot appear weak. If I may speak freely, Honored Council, that is exactly what they want. Silence. Explain, Vexta demanded. The humans have been broadcasting our engagement across every frequency. To every nearby civilization. They want others to see them fight. To see them resist. One human commander sent us a message, you can kill us all, but you can't make us kneel. And everyone is watching. They're primitives. No one cares what. Respectfully, Counselor, that's not true. We've intercepted communications from 17 neighboring species. Primitive species we plan to approach for Council membership. They're inspired. Some are building weapons. Others are fortifying their worlds. One species sent Earth a message, we see you. We will remember. The Council chamber was silent for a long moment. If we exterminate the humans, Thelkar continued carefully, we prove them right. We prove that the Council rules through fear, not cooperation. We turn them into martyrs. And every other species will fight us the same way. What do you suggest? Vexta asked, his voice dangerous. I suggest we withdraw. Part 5, Withdrawal. The announcement came the next day, the Galactic Council recognizes Earth's sovereignty. We withdraw our forces and extend an invitation to humanity to join the Council as equals when they are ready. Thelkar himself delivered the message, his ship hovering over the ruins of what had been New York City. The human response came from Admiral Chen, commander of Earth's defense forces. She looked exhausted. Behind her, the UN building was a skeleton of burned metal. We accept your withdrawal, she said. We do not accept your invitation. Thelkar was surprised despite himself. Admiral, joining the Council would give your people access to technology that would make us like you, Chen interrupted. Would make us safe and comfortable, and eventually we'd forget what it cost to stay free. We'll stay outside your Council, Ambassador. We'll develop our own technology, make our own mistakes, fight our own battles. That is, unwise, Thelkar said. There are threats in the galaxy far worse than the Council. Chen smiled. It was not a pleasant expression. Then those threats will learn what you learned. Humans don't surrender. We don't kneel. And we never, ever stop fighting. Thelkar left Earth's orbit that day. As his ship jumped to FTL, he filed his final report. Subject, Earth Campaign, Conclusion. Status, Strategic Withdrawal. Recommendation, do not engage humanity again. They are not dangerous because they are strong. They are dangerous because they refuse to accept they are weak. Personal note, I have conquered 17 worlds. I could not break one species of primitives who still use chemical rockets. The Council should be very careful which species it attempts to civilize in the future. Some will choose freedom over safety. And that choice makes them far more dangerous than any weapon. Epilogue. 50 years later, human ships began appearing at the edges of Council space. Not warships, trading vessels. The humans wanted to sell their goods, their art, their ideas. They also sold weapons. Specifically, weapons to primitive species the Council.